So the first of the week. Right. We have a package for this week. I can tell you about tomorrow. I was going to have to be on my friend and Ifa devotee on Saturday, but he declined. But I'm having his daughter to me on Thursday. And to me, Mevere is a doctor. She's born in the UK and so on and so forth. But on her own volition, she's into the Yoruba course and she's traveled far and wide. In fact, I was so scared, not worrying about kidnapping or Fulani headsmen or whatever. She's gone around. So she'll come and tell us her experiences for Thursday. And yes, tomorrow I'm introducing somebody, Tundun. Tudun in Yoruba means is sweet again. So the nickname I have for her is sweet two times. So sweet again. Tudun is going to be here. Tunde is very young, young accountant in the making. And I've never met her, just like a lot of people have never met her. And I said, okay. When she said, Uncle Jimi, I said, okay, come. So Tunde will be here. The flyers are out. The boys have been oohing and eyeing. You get a very good look at her tomorrow. She's, as will be on YouTube and Facebook Live as we are today. Today I have an enfant terrible in the studio with me. Only joke more of the highest order. But she did one thing that I've been longing to do, and she beat me to it. What did she do? Last week she just sent me a note and said, Uncle Jimmy, I'm going to Ibadan by rail. I said, what for? She said, I just want to experience it. And then it occurred to me, I've been wanting to go to this Ibadan by rail, if anything, because I grew up on trains. And you would have to give the Buhari government the credit, for finishing what Jonathan started, so that will satisfy all political angles. No politics, Bimbo, no politics. So, and I said, let me bring Bimbo to the studio, and then we'll get her experience and perspective. Also, I have a very close friend and close listener of this program, Chief Sojo Obasa. He's one of the big chiefs in Owu. He's 70 today, so I'll be calling him just about 10 minutes towards the end of the program to wish him happy birthday and so on and so forth. And I'll crack up with him a bit. It was my classmate. I went Edumilo in school. I was small. He's 70. I'm not 70 yet, too, but he's 70 today. So we'll talk to him. So we have a very good package. Our lines will be open 0700 993 993 993. And of course, we'll have the number for female number 01465 7190. The big chief is here, Mr. Sheriff Quadri. He's here, so there will be no waivers. If he wasn't here, I can sneak you in. Bimbo, what happened? How you beat me to it. First, I remember both of us talking one time or the other that I would want to take that train ride, and you beat me to it. Tell me your experience. How it all started. I'd like people to hear.
Okay, well, I'd heard a lot about the train.
That's from Alagomeji to Ibadan.
Yeah, Alagomeji to Ibadan. I'd heard a lot about it, and I have a sister who actually commutes quite often from Ibadan.
By rail?
Yes, by rail. So I had the opportunity to bid for a job, very small commission, which I wouldn't even ever consider because of the roads and all. But, well, this train seems to be working, and my aburo has been going back and forth. So I said I'll take it, and then I went to Ibadan that Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I got to the station at 7 a.m., which was, well, maybe too early, but I got there at 7 a.m.
You got there at 7 a.m.?
Yes.
The train leaves at
8:30.
8:30.
So I bought my ticket. An interesting thing that happened was that I'd been offered help, as they say it,
as usual,
to buy a first class ticket ahead. And by the time I now got to the queue, just before I got to the queue, someone now told me that the first class ticket is actually 6,000, but the person who offered to help said it was 7,000. So I really didn't understand what was happening. I didn't realize. I thought the person was helping me genuinely. Then there was a lady just before me, but they told her that the tickets had finished.
Wow.
Yes, and then they now handed me my own ticket. So of course she was annoyed. So I gave her my ticket. That's when I realized what was really happening. So I gave her, they handed my own ticket to me, but I gave it to her. and I made her
Okay.
pay the 6,000. So she paid the 6,000.
6,000.
Yes, and I traveled. I bought another
The
class.
Jagade one,
Yes.
economy.
It wasn't even economy, business class. But even the economy is very nice. There's
Yeah,
no
because
point.
I've seen the train on video, and I've studied it closely. And when I'm going to go on my trip, I'll go economy because it looks like the same.
Yeah. Well, the difference is in the leg room of the seats in the 3 classes, but it's just as nice.
Well, I mean, if I'm going to be sitting opposite a fine woman and her legs will be, and that's a joke. I know you sit in the boss manner. Everybody face your front.
Yeah.
Yeah, but aside from that, I mean, legroom, a 45-minute journey. Oh, how much is the ordinary ticket?
2,500.
How much is the first class ticket?
6,000.
By the time I 2,000, that 4,000, I'll spend it. Sorry?
No food.
No food. What about drinks?
Although there's a bar, but it's not functional. If the service before was just a trial run, so I don't know if the bar would be
No, a train
functional.
should have a bar. I mean, it really
It has
should have
in
a
the
bar.
first class only. I'm not sure there was any plan for the.
Well, from what we know of trains, I mean, other climbs, it will be a coach. One of the coaches will be the
Yeah,
bar,
will be the bar,
and you can
yeah.
always walk down there
So I
to
don't
take
know.
a
I
drink.
didn't see that.
But I personally, I think I grew on trains. I grew up in Yaba, and I remember all the way from Onyingbo to past the line, the Yaba line. We used to play there, in railway compound. All that whole area was railway compound, and there were loads and loads of trains, both broken down ones and those coming for repairs. And as kids, we'd run in and around the coaches. I also remember my memories of my childhood. I remember my good friend Larry Do telling me his dad worked in railways. In those days, you either worked in railways or you worked in ECN, which is now NEPA. Or Post Authority, where my mom works. And I remember him telling me that their dad had this 3-bedroom coach with kitchen, toilets.
Oh, on the train.
On the train, yes, a whole coach. And it could accommodate a family, And so I think his dad was in the audit. So if they had to go to audit or whatever, they could go. When you get to maybe it's just or whatever, you just detach it from the train and you can still live on the coach. Yeah. And I remember when we were young, people went on long holidays in these same coaches. You could go as a family. You, Tola, Gbeke, and whatever, you could go. All of you could go in one coach. It had a sitting room, small sitting room and everything. And it was also nice. So I'm more than look, now I'm on vacation. I don't know where to go. I can't go to any other country because of quarantine. I mean, I can't go to the UK quarantine for 10 days. How many days am I spending? So it would be nice, and I can't go to a lot of places by road. Of course, it would be nice if I could find a train, take me all the way to... though if you've watched a lot of cowboy movies, you know that a train also can be hijacked. Okay, so now, did it leave on time?
On the dot of 8:30.
It took off?
Yes, on the dot. And the return was 6 p.m. It left on the dot.
On the
6
dot.
p.m. Yes.
That's good.
On the dot.
And so, do you think all the tickets in first class were actually sold out?
Yes.
Or they created a scarcity?
No. They were all sold out.
That tells you something, though. That also tells you that some quote and unquote elites would find that service extremely useful.
I met another family member.
Baba no mama, he goes to Ibadan every week, so he should be rejoicing.
I met another family member at the station, and she's a lawyer. They have a Lagos office, but she was traveling with her driver and her PA. And she said, they just come. The car was waiting. They come from Ibadan. The Lagos car will be waiting at the station. Mm-hmm. She does her business for the week. When she's going back, everybody
she
gets
takes the train and goes back.
And the car in Ibadan is waiting.
Do you think this service is going to be sustainable? Do you think, from the attitude that you saw? I mean, already there's a bit of a damper in the sense of touts hijacking the process, helping with tickets.
Well, what it is that it's a great thing to see actually come to light in Nigeria again. I am so excited. I'm hopeful. But it brings to fore our real problem, which is a cultural one. As a people, we turn a blind eye to everything, and many of us are complicit in the process, pointing fingers at everybody else and never taking responsibility.
Yes.
If I had bought that ticket, I would be the greatest hypocrite in this world. But I know that many people would without thinking, and we want it to be maintained and sustainable. We all go along with these things that we know are wrong, and we are hoping for a different result.
Yeah. The Nigerian factor is so bad. The government builds bridges. You use you go steal all the railings.
Yes.
And use them for frying pans, for puff and all these things. I wonder what kind of people we are. When did this real kick off that already we've started having touts? I think one of the ways around it, which I hope the railway people are listening to, is to quickly have electronic tickets you can buy online.
Yeah, but I heard that the Kaduna Abuja one, what happens is that people bulk buy ahead
And then come to sell
and
at
then
the...
tout at the station.
Wow. Well, maybe if they, it would help if you could buy online.
Buy online and tie
Ahead.
it to your ID.
Yes, and target once you buy on. I mean, that's how we buy airline tickets. Let it be coded. Buy online, so you can. If I want to go this Sunday, for example, I can buy it now, just like the same way you buy your airline ticket, and because this is going to spoil the experience really. If you show up, you can't, because of a journey that's going to take over at 8, get to the station at 5:30, waiting for.
And I think that it
cashier
needs to
open.
get to a point where, more than, of course, there are always ways of putting systems in place to reduce these kind of things. But much more than that, we really, really need to speak to ourselves about the reorientation.
It's a bit. I'm not making excuses, but it's a bit difficult in the midst of hunger.
I'm sorry.
I'm not making.
Sorry. You see, if it was only the hungry people, I would say so. There's a story that I tell all the time. At work, I approached the tax office that I wanted to start paying tax. I mean, for business and all. A few years ago. And I remember the first day they came, hey, you would have thought that they're the ones that discovered me. A truckload of like 12 people came, with grass. If they come to catch a thief. In fact, I told everybody to get out. Locked my gate and said they should get out. They should come and do their Wall Street, whatever. We now got to talk. But I've said that to say that it's an experience that I go through perennially. If it's not the tax people, it's local government.
Yes.
If it's not local government, it's LAPCAT. There's just one agency or the other that comes with that. And we all know what comes
with such things.
But there's a story that I tell everybody. I tell the number one, you're not going to get one kobo off me. That will not be on record. Number 2, we are what Yoruba people call alaaru to nje bread. Tí ó mọ̀ pé àwọ̀ orí ẹ̀ ló ń jẹ. Everybody wants to grab. I don't know how to translate it.
You have to translate it. You can't. Okay, it's break.
Do you know how to do Joe?
Alaaru can spell you.
Do you know? Can you do that? Can you translate that?
No, it's okay.
If I'm going to do that as well, I will do direct.
Direct, and they won't understand that.
The Alaaru is chopping bread. All right, but I think most people know anyway.
No, anyway, what it is that, and I always tell everybody a story. I said, look, you are here harassing me, and you expect that one day you need emergency medical help, and you will get it. You are joking. No matter who you are in this society, if you have an emergency, you might have insurance that has air ambulance, you might have your own PJ, you need time to get to that place. If you cannot get emergency help at the flick of a finger, you are joking, and you can't. If you think you can get away with your corruption, the people in the hospital need to. They are hungry now.
Let's stick to this perspective, and not go general. Is it a crime to buy a ticket and resell? Or is it a business opportunity?
No, it's a crime now.
I'd like our listeners to call in.
Is there an agency?
No, is it a crime? Is it a crime to buy? Has it been criminalized? Is it a crime to buy the ticket? Let's say I buy 4 tickets. Okay, I know that there's going to be a scarcity. I go out of my way to buy 4 tickets and I come and sell it. I'd like our listeners to call in 0700 993 993 993.
Can I tell you a story?
Yes.
In my church, we have an employment agency.
Yes.
Where they train young people.
Yes.
Just trying to reorientate them. And there's a question, a friend of mine used to take the ethics class, and there's a question she asks every single time. She paints a scenario. Okay, you are a sales assistant in a shop. Your madam has given you this fabric to sell at 25,000 naira. Okay, a client comes in and you tell the client that it's 45,000 naira. To your amazement, she pays without questioning.
Yeah, she pays.
The sale. So and then she now says, okay, so how do you receipt for the transaction? You'll be shocked at the innovation that comes
with
that comes with the answers. Don't put the carbon. Take the carbon out. Try not to put a receipt. All sorts. We're in a church, and then okay, you've receipted. She comes back the next week and says, oh, she found a small tear on the fabric and she wants to return it. Who pays? Yeah,
that happens.
So is it a crime what they did?
No, let's find out. Let's find out what other people think. Do you know why I say let's find out? I have a dilemma in my mind. Genuinely. I'm asking myself, okay, this thing has not been criminalized. It's not as if the railway authorities can arrest you and charge you. What would you be charged for?
We can't. So that's why I'm saying it has to do with our orientation. Okay. Do we want this thing to work as a people or not?
If there is something called the market forces, if it is made, just like at the airport, people buy up tickets, even at World Cup matches, name it. It's a common thing. So is it let me have the first caller. Let me know, is it a business opportunity or do you think it's a crime? Very quickly. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Uncle.
Straight to the point. I want many people to call in.
I think it should be criminalized. It's a crime. Because
wait. If you say it should be,
yes,
that means it is not yet.
As at now, because it's a new thing. But over time, there will be scarcity. Artificial scarcity will be created by people holding. I can bring 1 billion naira and buy all the tickets for 1 whole month.
And you could lose your money.
Well, it's not going to be that I'll lose. These tickets are tagged to seats and all that. So over time, I would sell it, and it will create automatic.
This one, you don't get criminal mind already, yourself.
No.
You don't lay them out. All right, let's hear another one. Hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, hello.
I got a text.
Hello, good morning. Huh?
I got a text from someone.
What did I read it?
It says it's a crime because they are not official resellers.
Okay, we'll have that. Let's take another one. Hello?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning, quickly.
Yes, good morning, Uncle Jimmy. Good morning to your guests. Thank you, madam.
Yes, morning. Oh,
See, the idea is that it's a crime, okay? I mean, buying and reselling, since you are not authorized. And also, the idea of, hyping the price, because when the price, like the woman said earlier, if she has patronized paying 7,000 naira against 6,000 naira, that person that sold it like that, you understand now, will have that feeling and accomplishment of having 1,000 naira gain. So thereby, even if he does not have money to buy in bulk, he will go and make sure that at least get the money, buy in bulk, clear the available tickets, and put in his own mind 1,000 on how many number of tickets he will be able to buy.
Point noted. So point noted. Next one, please. I want one from the female line, if I can.
Hello. Sorry.
Hello, morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes, go on quickly, Pastor.
For me, it's morally wrong.
Yes.
Morally wrong.
Okay.
That is what affected BRT until they begin to come up with new innovations.
Exactly.
People hold tickets here and there. See, like she said, until we change our
Okay,
mentality.
but very quickly, how much morals can we take in cases like this?
Okay,
Some the younger people. Now, I'm not taking any side because I don't know which side to take. I'm honest. I'm being honest with my own because the younger people will say, what is it? It's a business opportunity. The 1,000 naira wait now is service charge.
Sir,
No, it isn't.
everything
And that is
not
why
business
it means that
opportunity. Everything is not business opportunity.
Okay.
Thank
it's
you,
not.
sir.
All right. Yeah, you were saying.
What I want to say is that you see, this low-level, low-hanging fruit kind of businesses that people are
Yes.
looking for, they are not businesses. We need to encourage young people to be innovative,
And productive.
think deeper, and really be producing something.
Yeah,
Reselling
yeah.
tickets is not a business. It's not.
But it's a business opportunity.
Not really. It means that you can. So all of us that wake up are home, like that woman who had woken up earlier and actually gotten there earlier than me, would have been bumped off. That's why we all suffer. You go to places,
No,
queuing
listen.
doesn't make a difference.
Listen.
And then we will ruin it and say it's the
Listen.
government. It's not.
No, listen. I'm trying to look at this. I don't like it that much. I know, but in all honesty, I don't know how to pass judgment on a matter like this.
No, but that Jimmy, you should.
I said I'm confessing that I don't know. You say I
I'm
should.
telling you
Choma
that you
Nomini.
should.
Are you going to beat me because I said I
I'm
can't?
telling you what I think about that. You should.
Chauffeur Nomini.
Our láti rest. We should rest.
What's that?
We should rest knowing that but that Jimmy is here. He's going to tell the two of us the truth.
But that Jimmy is human. I don't know. I'm being honest. That's why I'm asking. Chauffeur Nomini.
It's wrong.
I will throw your load out of your husband. We have to take it.
Don't let me answer your
Don't answer me. You know, I'm at your mercy completely. Okay. All right. People and I just like this all the time. And in all honesty, I just wanted to create some buzz around all this. So we'll take a short break, okay? When we come back, I'd finish up with Bimbo, and then I'd need to spare me about 10 minutes for me to call Chief Sojo Obasa, who was, if I remember anything about him, was the number 5 in 1972, the year we beat Igbobi. It was a year never to forget. Okay, so we'll take a short break, and then we'll be right back.
Touch that dial. Daily Digest returns in a moment. You've waited so long, and now the doors are
Okay, so this is from Charles from Lekki. He says, Jimi Disu's show has lost all bite. The reluctance to discuss pressing political developments at a time like this has made many listeners tune elsewhere. It's a pity. At your age, Mr. Disu, you should not be afraid to say the truth.
Yeah, okay, fine. I'll respond to him. The first is that this program initially was never designed to be a political program 24/7. That's why it's called Digest, and in between, we can't all live by just politics alone. There are other things that go along with life. And I'm not going to turn myself into a political whatever it is just because we want to discuss. Some people believe that the OAP is there to help them push their own agenda forward. If they are angry, then the OAP should create a platform for them to get angry and so on and so on. That's not the way it works. We will not do politics all the time. As for people tuning elsewhere, there's no problem with that. Those who want to listen, I'm not running a competition here. Those who want to listen will listen. Those who want to listen to others, indeed, it's not the whole of Lagos that is listening anyway. So it's free to do so. The only other part is the typical thing with Nigerians. You want to say something so simple, you have to add an insult to it at your age. And I'm very disappointed in the gentleman that sent this thing to add that at your age. If you say you don't agree with somebody, yet you don't run this program, I do. It was never set out to be a political program. If we are talking about trains and you're not interested, go listen to politics elsewhere. Thousands of stations for you to listen to that, and you don't need to get insulting. We need to be careful how we address ourselves in public space. And I'm going to tell Charles, he needs to show a bit more manners and things like this. That's that. So that's one reaction gone, over and done with. Yes, you were talking about, instead of looking at the ticket issues, there are other businesses that can come out of this. And what's your reaction to that?
Okay, well, interestingly, I got a flyer by WhatsApp yesterday.
Yes.
And it was a tour package to Abeokuta by train.
Okay.
You pay a certain amount for the day. They take off from Alagomeji, get off at Abeokuta, then they have like 5 stops in town. Olumo Rock, Kuti Museum, 4 places that 3 of them I didn't realize existed.
Kuti Museum means around some Kuti's house.
Maybe.
That's a house I've lived in before.
So 4 places, and then they have lunch and come back. And I thought, wow, people are already
But did you
taking
have
advantage
Did you have
of
people
it.
hawking at the reception there?
In Lagos? Yes.
All these things. No, what were
Nothing
they
like
saying?
that. Nothing like that. But I think they were selling egg rolls.
And things like that.
Yeah.
What about on the train itself? Did you have
Nothing
any
like
vendors?
that. No vendors. It
Were
was
there any
very
rules
nice.
on the train? You have to keep quiet, keep your voice low, stuff like that?
They didn't tell us any. I didn't hear any, but I think I wasn't listening actually. There were announcements, but I was not listening. I must.
But
admit so.
the economy class was peaceful. It
Very
wasn't
well.
rowdy.
It was very nice. World class. Everything was world class.
World class.
Every
That's good.
aspect of it. And I wanted to say something. We're talking about the business opportunities. There were like, I think 5 stops. We stopped at 2. But along those other stops, I can imagine what can happen in terms of housing development.
Yeah.
There's just so much that can be done along that. This would open up.
I need to ask you, sorry, Bimbo, before I forget, were there any cargo holds where people could be ferrying cargo? Did you see any attachment to the train?
No, I didn't see.
You didn't see.
But you know that each coach has, just like in the UK, those intercity trains, it has where you can actually put suitcases.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about for those who want to ferry like produce from Abeokuta down here.
No, you know that there's a separate train.
Oh, that does that?
Yeah.
That's
there's a
interesting.
station even for containers at Apapa port.
Has it been linked?
They haven't linked it. It's the station itself is ready, and the trains. Yeah.
What people should know, for those of you who might find all this, whatever, what you should actually know is that these things existed when I was growing up.
Can you imagine?
In the 60s, yes.
In
you
fact,
know, my mother
it's
worked
a good thing that
in
you have said
Authority.
that. There's
Yes.
something that I said I was going to say.
Yes.
Me, I'm an architect. So the built environment gets to me. And I studied architecture at the University of Lagos. My professor of history of art and architecture was American, Susan Aradian. And we used to use the buildings in University of Lagos at that time as our case studies because they were like Corbusian style and all that. And after we left school, if you look at the development that has happened in University of Lagos, it's sad.
It's almost like a concrete jungle.
Upstairs, that's what they're
Yeah, it's a
building. You know
concrete
what
jungle.
you call upstairs? One floor, and then you paint everything brown and yellow. Compared to where we were coming from, honestly, to experience that, to see that station, the station in Lagos, the station in Ibadan, the ones along the way, Abeokuta, Papalanto, it's really hopeful that some people could have gotten up and done that standard of construction for us in Nigeria today.
Okay, I need to take a call. This is a general call. You don't need to refer to whether you felt it was right or wrong to tout a ticket. Hello, good morning. Hello.
Hello, Hello, good morning, Uncle Jimmy. This is Nkiru.
Nkiru, how are you? You also took this train
I'm a
journey.
regular train rider.
Yes.
In fact, before the train started, I used to have fear and trepidation when going to Ibadan. But now I actually look forward to it. They've done a good job. The thing about tickets during ticket racketeering is that, you see, the day I go to Ibadan, I just show up at the train station and I'm sure I'll get a ticket. By the time they start this racketeering, and I come like 3 times, I don't get a ticket, what happens is I'll stop using the train. So at the end of the day, they have made quick cash, but they have killed that industry. Yes. And that's what racketeering does.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
So you left that. Okay. Let me take another call. Hello? 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 Okay, so you were saying?
Hello?
Yeah, hello, yes.
Hello, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yes, sir. I just want to comment on the boy.
Go on. Just go
guy
straight.
that talked to you about the way you are handling your program. You have been a very good and veteran journalist. He doesn't expect you to be talking anyhow.
Thank you.
So I wonder we enjoy your show with due respect for you, sir.
Thank you. I wouldn't even have reacted, to be honest with you, but once in a while it's good for those who have that narrative at the back of their mind, it's good to correct them, especially these young people who still believe that the best way to show your anger is by insulting the person you think is doing. And I don't have any personal beef with him. I don't even know who he is. Okay, so you were saying?
I was saying that, so to see something of that standard built today, we haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah.
And that is the truth of the matter.
Well, the truth of the matter for me is that, we're making progress in certain areas, definitely. You can't run away from that. Other areas may be found wanting. But at least for us to, I never thought we'd have a railway again in my lifetime. And that was one of the tears that I shed internally growing up. You don't want to know the massive investment we had made in rail in the past. When you think, if you travel along the rail lines back in the day, the various stations that have gone moribund, the staff quarters, look at railway compound.
You have to travel by this one and see the volume of investment.
That has been made. Well, fair enough. We hope that a bit of a complaint though. How much did you pay for your ticket? Economy,
2,500 economy, business class 5,000, first class 6,000.
So, how much is it by road? Philip, do you go to Ibadan by taxi? How much is it? Ibadan.
Okay, by taxi.
Yes.
It's about 2,500, 3,000 the last time I checked.
So
I traveled.
So it's. I'm just looking at when we're talking about. I'm looking forward to. It might not happen immediately, where I can decide to live in Ibadan. Just like your in-laws did when they got to the UK and went to live in Cambridge, and they was doing Cambridge to Lagos. I'm looking forward to where I can decide to go and live in Bodija, because it's more peaceful, and I can take a 5 o'clock train, get here for 6:30, at a reasonable price. And I sit back and read papers, and in fact, get my program ready whilst I'm on the train.
I'm sure all those will come.
Will come.
You see, the
at a later
thing,
date.
what I found out is that it's easy when you have not been part of the system
Yes.
or part of the team to see what the issues are and all that. Where they've come to now, I believe I can see a sincerity of purpose, and I believe that, there will be improvements as we go along.
Uncle Jimmy, a
Yes.
WhatsApp message.
Yes.
Someone says, "Good morning, Uncle Jimmy. Can you please let your guests tell us the duration of the journey as well as the stations along the way?"
Yeah. How long was
Okay,
it?
it was a 2-hour journey, and
From Lagos to Ibadan. Okay. You have to go through Abeokuta anyway.
yes,
And stop at those places.
We stopped at Pakpalanto and Abeokuta, but I saw 3 other stops that we didn't stop at.
Maybe they are not ready.
Maybe they're not, and I'm not even sure that there's actually a demand for them at this time. Because of where they were, they're just like villages, which shows me that whoever planned those routes is planning development in those
area.
along those areas as well. Yes.
I hope
And we stopped at Monia.
I also hope that the development itself is consolidated. How far is Monia from Ibadan City?
They say it's about 30 minutes.
Into Ibadan itself?
Yeah. It was quite fun. And there was a bit of traffic, so it actually took us more than that. Yeah.
Okay, Bimbo, thank you very much. It was nice having your experience
Thank
on this
you.
film. I think next time I'll go, I'll make sure I go with you because I'll be guaranteed sandwiches and drinks. You're a very good organizer. But I Jimmy have more orange juice. Yes, you can have
I'll
sandwich.
take you to lunch.
You take me to lunch.
Anyone you like there.
Any level. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
By the way,
Brother Jimmy.
Zainab,
Thanks for having me.
Your family is in Ibadan.
Right.
You still go to Ibadan by road.
Yes, I do.
Why don't you want to go by train?
I'll try it. I'll love to.
You should try it. Don't put that baby on.
I love to try it one of these
should.
days.
For our listeners, I can assure you within
And
the
the
next...
trains go daily now.
They go daily now.
Fantastic.
They go in the morning, they go in the
Come
evening.
back in the evening, yes.
No, they go twice.
Yes, as it's leaving Lagos, it's leaving in Ibadan. On
Yeah, so it's
both.
twice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the ticket has to be bought right there, or you have to buy your tickets ahead of your.
No, you buy it.
You buy it there.
at the station.
But I think they should just quickly put in some arrangement that can... The two things they need to do very quickly, put in how you can buy online, and then also see if you can have season tickets. If you're a regular traveler, then you can buy a whole, just like Oyster, just buy a season ticket. Okay, do we have Mr. Chief Obasa on the line? What happened?
Check.
Is what? Is what? He came on and went off. His phone is off. Well, I told the bagger we were going to call him. How come he not switch his phone off? Okay, well, that's that. Thank you very much.
Thanks for
Bimbo.
having me.
Yes, thank you very much. Okay, so that's that for now. We were going to call Chief Obasa at 70, and I told him this morning. And let me see if I can get him on my phone here. Why does he have some creditors coming that want to make sure they know that he will be at home? When you owe people money, they want to make sure that he'll be at home. Okay, let us see now. Okay. Let me see if I can get him here. It's not. This is a man I've known all my life, and to hear that is actually see. Obasa, your line. We've been calling your line, and is.
I'm listening to you. I didn't switch off my line.
What?
My son from Canada called. Hello?
So he has preference over us who are here.
And immediately I switched him off, and I told him I want to receive a call from my
Papeti Dagba. Papeti Dagba is switching off the phone.
My comrade in Ipata.
Okay, Sergeant, good morning. I was happy to talk to you this morning, to be the first person to call you.
You are the first person to wish me happy birthday.
All right.
And God will not forget you.
Amen. He will not forget you too. God will also not forget all the sins that you have committed. Some of which I know.
Both of us now, we are comrades.
No, I'm not a comrade with you. You're your own. But very quickly, let me wait, Sergeant.
There's a senior comrade and a junior comrade.
Doc, very quickly, we all grew up together. I'm sure you heard the program. You even heard about this railway thing we are talking about. What are your thoughts about your country at 70?
Oh God. Well, with this development, the railway is going better. It's going better. You remember in those days when, unfortunately, my late dad was a railway staff.
Oh, really?
And we have, yes, was a railway staff. So we had the opportunity of getting rebate ticket to go anywhere we want to go. So we were traveling to Abeokuta for festival. And we were traveling in either first class or second class. Beautiful thing, wonderful, enjoyable. But I hope that will continue. When the railway went off, was
okay. But in general terms, what are your thoughts about your country today that you're 70?
But God, we are only praying to God to save this country. The country has gone down. I remember back in Alagomichi, where things were peaceful, the whole environment, we could leave our house at 9 o'clock, and that is at Okobiriki, and trek to Wekman where you lived, or sometimes play some pranks, get put your own father's car and go to Suwulere. Can we do that now?
Oh, I mean, you can't even do the sacrifice you did that casino.
You don't come again.
But let me.
You don't come again.
But let me ask you, because I have just two more minutes.
Okay.
When you woke up and you discovered that you are 70, do you think that your life is almost ended? Did you get that feeling?
Well, I give glory to God.
Yes.
Because back 23 years ago, when I had some misfortunes, I wouldn't have thought I would live up to this day.
Yeah.
But I thank God. I'm healthier now. I'm bouncing now. My engine is still strong. My body is strong. So I believe I will still live longer.
Okay.
I will still live longer.
And what is your wish for your country?
Well, I pray for this country. What is going on in this country is terrible, and we are only praying that things change.
Okay,
it's only prayer.
Okay, Obasa, I wish you all the best. On behalf of all our colleagues that were all classmates, I've been told to wish you.
Classmates in 11 Broad Street.
Yes, I've been told to another.
I remember those days. Oh Lord.
And I remembered especially the year when you were captain of the MBHS football team and we beat Igbobi College.
Yes, and that was the day. That was the day to remember.
It was the day to remember.
It's the day to remember.
Okay, Obasa. Okay. Before you go, Obasa, before you go into any long story, I wish you all the best. Okay. Thank you. All right. Let me just take one or two more callers and I'll be out of here. Hello, morning. Hello, morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Morning, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I want to appreciate your program, sir. As you say, young people, I'm a young man, but I'm always listening to your program. Your program be like school for me. So I have to learn a lot from you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. I'll take my last caller for the day. Hello, good morning. Morning.
Uncle Jimmy, good morning.
Morning, sir. Who's calling?
Hello.
Yes. We missed that one. Okay, this is where we'll wrap it up for today. Oh, you got to another caller. Okay, hello?
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, very quickly. Please just go on.
Good morning, sir.
Go on, please. Morning.
Hello.
Morning. Okay. Oh, he
morning,
can't.
Sir.
We can hear you. Just go on. Go
I'm
on.
very, very lucky to get you. It's been over 3 months, sir.
Just go on. Go on. We have just 1 minute.
Sir.
Yes.
Oh, sir. Thank you for everything. I appreciate what you've been doing, sir.
Thank you.
Sorry about politics. And sir, about the reign of the thing, you should have made a judgment about that. Because you always appreciate your judgment. It's racketeering. If you look at it, because a lot of people are likely not to get tickets.
Mm-hmm.
And it's what even destroyed PRT.
Yes.
What I feel is that the government can employ the youth on this aspect.
Mm.
Exactly, to do that before you know, people hijack these things.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Okay. All right. Now let me round up. If I had passed judgment on that incident, we wouldn't have been able to get as much contributions as we got now. So of course those who know me very well will know I wouldn't stand for such a thing. But sometimes it's good to let other people express themselves, so you're not, you're not accused of imposing your will on them. And I'm glad that the response that I got, it shows that our country is getting better bit by bit, and hopefully, Bimbo, we will have a country to be proud of in the near future, at least in my own lifetime.
I'm proud of Nigeria.
Yes, so am
Always.
So am I, because my country has been very good to me. This is where we're going to knock it off. Tomorrow, we are going to have Diabomi, and we're going to be introducing Tundu. It's too sweet. So tomorrow, if I were you, I just go to YouTube. Let's go to YouTube and let's have fun. You know that Diabomi on Wednesday is just a fun-loving thing we do to break the week. Don't take these things to heart. Back to the gentleman who said, don't take the Nigerian political situation to heart. It will ruin you. So you have to be very, very careful. You have to take it in mild doses. You heard the psychiatrist that came last week, the warning that she gave us. Don't take these things to heart. Even those of us now, who are in this business, you will not believe, after a while, we tend to just read a book or listen to music. Don't take it too much to heart. I'll be back again tomorrow, God willing. And one more time, I'd like to thank Bimbo Akinkugwe for, that initiative that she took. And to extract a promise for her that when I'm going, I need to go with a basket. Does it have a table you can... Does it have a table you can...
just like a regular...
You can put your laptop on and things like that.
Yeah.
Does it have a PowerPoint?
Yes.
It has a PowerPoint?
Yes.
I'm good to go. Does it have Wi-Fi?
No Wi-Fi.
But it will soon have. It should soon have.
I don't know.
All right. So many questions to ask. Don't worry. When I go, I'll be going on your behalf. I'll take donations for me to buy my own ticket. I don't have. I'm not an architect. I don't have, because 6,000 to go and come back, Philip. That is 12. Plus you, that is 12 times 3 is what, Philip? 12. That's 24,000. Yeah, lady. I'm not going again.
Travel coach then.
I want to be with the masses. I'm travel coach. I'm not going again, Philip. Philip, you cannot take Philip to a booker where there is free, where you can say that. Okay, Philip, you take all the bokotos. All right, take life easy, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be with you tomorrow at 9. Bye.
Bye.
From dusk till dawn, we put you first with the best program.
Have you been vaccinated? Have you seen any magu-magu happen at the center where you were vaccinated?
It is said that a problem shared is half solved. When you admit first that there is a problem and then you share the problem, the understanding is perhaps you're reaching out to people who have an idea of how you would go about resolving the situation.
Tune in